Hey, my friends, thanks for joining me. Andrew Axum with Axum Outdoor Adventures. How are you doing? I am doing well. I wanted to show you guys today what I've been working on lately. And I don't know if this is so much a review of these, but just kind of show you what I got and how I've been enjoying them. I got some GZK band pouch templates. What are these? Cutters, die cuts. That's the word I was looking for. They are GZK band pouch die cuts. It's exactly what they are. And I got a couple of them off of the GZK website. And these are something that I had been looking at for, well, about 3 years, really, as long as I've been involved or interested in slingshots. And it's just one of those things, oh, someday I'll try it. And recently, my stash of Kangaroo Leather Pouches was starting to look a lot like that there. And they're starting to get pretty crusty. This one's actually even worse. Oh, the camera, hang on. This one is actually even worse, I think. And so, as much as I enjoy that old baseball glove feel that Kangaroo Leather Pouches get, it does cross the point of no return at some point. So I was looking at the GZK website. I saw these and I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and try cutting some of my own. And it's really not that hard. It's not rocket scientry, as they call it. But that's what I've been busy doing lately. I did I just went to Harbor Freight and bought it, this Arbor press here, and went ahead and decked it out with one of my stickers just because it was laying on the bench there. But I would not recommend this Arbor press, simply because I didn't need some kind of big press. Hang on. I didn't need some kind of big industrial size press. I just needed something that would help me cut through these. Oh, by the way, these are the little plastic blocks that GZK sends for cutting through with these dies. But I just needed something that would make that a little easier, because I'm just doing this small scale primarily for me. And so Harbor Freight had these in stock for $79. Now, the problem I ran into with this one, it's pretty well made in every way, except the, it's not the anvil. I guess they call that a ramrod. The ramrod part, this one, not this one, does not have any kind of grooves or threading or anything to put any kind of attachments on there. So what you run into, I do kind of like this anvil, because that, I think, is what the bottom part is called here. This one turns, and I think you can get different inserts to put in it and stuff there. But I kind of liked it because it turned. I could put the pouch or the die on here, and I could kind of rotate it as I wanted to make sure all the sides were crimped down. But it would have been easier if there had been some kind of threading on here, some way to attach that. I did find an attachment. Actually, my wife found it on Etsy. I think she was getting tired of walking around Menards with me because we'd been spending quite a bit of time in there. I was just trying to find something to come up with on my own. There's somebody that makes them, sells them on Etsy, an adapter just for this, and it's handmade, and it looks really nice, like it would do exactly what I needed, but the adapter itself is $79. The whole press was $79, so I didn't want to spend that much on it. I tried a couple things. I tried using a heat gun to heat one of these up and see if I could make an indentation and affix it some way myself. Even went on Amazon and bought a 12-pack of these 1x1. They're actually caps for the bottom of chair legs. Tried putting one of those on here. That did not work out well. It does not offer enough stability. Finally, what I figured out was the best way to do it was just old school, making sure I lined it up on there and crimped it. And it is kind of slow going, but I get some pretty clean cuts that way. Actually spent, well, I was up all night last night because I'm now working the overnight shift again, which I'm actually pretty happy about. But last night was my night off, and so I came out here, and for about 3 hours I just cut pouches. And show you, I got a bunch. These trays, I'm going to try to do this without spilling it. These trays here are what I cut last night, and I think there's about 200 in there, but I've been a cutting fool as opposed to a regular fool like I am all the other times. I have been cutting a bunch lately. I did order, because I have the 2 die that I bought, the 2 designs, which if you're curious is the G06 and the G04 on GZK's websites. The G06 I got because it has a 3mm hole, and I wanted something for BBs and 1/4 inch, but also that looks like a decent enough size pouch. I could use it for 8mm. I don't think I would try to shoot 9 with that, but this one has, I think it's a 4 or 5 inch hole, but a little bit bigger, too big for 1/4 inch and BBs, but good for 8mm, possibly 9. And I am going to order some more die. Not that I really shoot much above 8mm. Occasionally, if I'm trying to test some bands out or something, I will. But more just because I found that I actually enjoy doing this. It's kind of almost zen-like to come out here, kind of in the same way if you make your own bands, that is. That was kind of nice last night. I just came out, put some earbuds in, turned some music on, and cut pouches for several hours. So one thing about this leather, and I'll show you, I actually kept track of all the ones I cut, and I'm getting pretty good at it. I can get quite a bit in there without wasting much of the leather, because the leather is relatively expensive. I'd say relatively because it's not something that's unaffordable, but just relative to other leather, it is expensive. But anyway, cut quite a few in the natural color, and I did get some black too. I'll show you what I have left of the black roll. Hang on just a second. So I have quite a bit of the black left, and the reason I cut all of the natural color first was because I started thinking about it. I made some in both colors just for myself, but I started thinking these look close enough just at first glance that this one being more for 1/4 inch and BBs or anything up, but this one not being a great shooter for that stuff, it would be easier to tell quickly by color that you don't want to grab these. I'm sorry, you don't want to grab these for BBs. So that's why I did that. The leather that I ordered the thinnest leather that supplier had, and it's thinner than I expected for it to be. Actually, I really like it. I'm very pleased with it, and I did go ahead and cut it all up because I already had it. I have another order on the way of 1 step up, and when I talk about the thicknesses in the leather, I'm going to show you a little side-by-side comparison. So this is a pouch that I did not cut. I got somewhere else, but this is the same pouch. So this was cut from a G04 GZK die, and this is using thicker leather than what I used, and I don't know if the difference will show up on camera. But I did put some calipers on these, and these, the thin ones that I bought, are 0.8mm, so just a little under a millimeter, and these were 1.5mm, I believe. So I expect that the leather I have coming in is going to be this size, so I'll be making some more of these. I have heard from people who have quite a bit more knowledge than me that sometimes thinner pouches, if you use them for anything bigger than 1/4 inch, can cause return to sender or some problems like that. I have shot a little bit with these over the past week, and I have not experienced that. So I'm pleased with them because the thickness, or lack thereof, I guess, really, even with 8mm, and that's the biggest that I've tried, but allows me to fill the ammo I notice a big improvement over the feel that I get, the being able to feel the ball there just over the 1.5. Like I said, I've heard that these can cause issues. I have not experienced that myself, but definitely going to cut the rest of these up. The black in the BB 1/4 inch die configuration there of the G06. And like I said, I'm going to order some more, but I'm going to keep at it just because I enjoy it. And I am going to send some of these thin ones that I made out to some friends. I wanted to get some experienced shooters' feedback on them. And if they think that they're okay and they like them, and I definitely like them, I may put a few of them on my YouTube shop thing. I guess I have the ability to do that. And it's not really that I'm trying to go into the pouch business, but I just enjoy making them. And I don't need all these, and I had to order a certain size of leather anyway. So even if I don't make any more, I'm probably at least going to put some of these up on there. So if you've never tried Kangaroo pouch, watch for that. I'm not going to do it right now. I still got a little more experimentation I want to do, but I am right now going to band up one of these 8mm size. The pouch isn't 8mm, that's just what ammo I'm going to use. And I'm going to go out back and shoot it and let you guys see. I've already shot some on one. One of the things I want to do is kind of test how long they last, but being as they are kangaroo leather, so far I've had pretty good luck. Anyway, I'll band it up, meet you out back, and let's take some shots with it. We are out back, and I'm going to be shooting my Wasp Tri-Grip tonight. I've heard a lot of people say the same thing that I said about these, which is I love the front side, could use a little more meat on the back side. So I just used a lot of that wrap. Actually, I took a piece of a sponge that was a shoe cleaner, and I cut a triangle piece off of that and wrapped it. And that's given me just the cushiony, comforty feel there that I like, and made my own little lanyard with the leather there that I just use as a kind of a wrist rest. But the point of this video is this piece of leather, that little pouch, and you can maybe see in the daylight a little bit better how thin it is. But like I said, I really like it. Even with 8mm, know that I could feel the ammo quite a bit better through there. So I have put up a splatter target. I turned the light on. We still have some light out here, but it's starting to get dark. It is the day before Halloween, so we're gonna set out in the yard tomorrow and pass out candy to hopefully all the little trick-or-treaters that come by. But it's getting dark earlier, and since I'm on night shift, I got to get out here and shoot when I can. So I think I may be getting a couple more lights out here too. But put a splatter target up. Let me see if I can hit that. Do really enjoy this Wasp Tri-Grip. Didn't hit the splatter target. I don't really see where it went, so try again. Go a little high and to the left. There we go. Almost a dead center bullseye. These bands feel a little bit snug. I may back them out just a little bit because I have them shoved all the way down in there, but I really am happy with the 0.8mm pouch. Yeah, I'll take you down there and show you in just a minute, but I definitely feel like being able to feel that ammo a little bit better is improving my accuracy. I'm going to take one more here and show you down there why. Now this one will be way off in left field somewhere. So far I got 3 just about stacked on top of each other though. I don't know where that 4th one went, but let's go look at these. And I haven't shot in just about a week, so I definitely feel like this is a result of these being thinner and me being able to feel where I'm going better. So there are 2 that I stacked almost on top of each other there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That sounds about right. But, well, I guess they're not stacked, but from back there, it looked stacked-ish. So I am going to continue to experiment with some of the leather thicknesses and get a few more dye just for stuff that I enjoy shooting. I want to get some bigger dye. Oh, I just noticed something. Look at this. I thought we were done for the year, but Amy has some tomatoes to come out and pick. Pleasant little reminder of summer on this cool, crisp Halloween Eve or whatever they call it. So yeah, I'm really liking these thin pouches. I'm gonna definitely, well, cut up the rest of that thin leather. See how other people like them. If other people like them, I may get some more, but definitely gonna cut up what I have already. And I do have some more that's on the way that I think should be about the equivalent of that 1.5. So if you guys are interested in trying out Kangaroo pouches, let me know. I'm enjoying making them, and I'm also enjoying hanging out with you guys. Thank you for joining me. We can hang out more if you go give me a like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, my friends.